Hi, Ms. Hernandez here. I'm going to show you how to do today's asynchronous ocean currents and climate assignment. So first, you're going to go into your Canvas course. Your course will look different depending on which teacher you have. But if you click in on the assignment for today, ocean currents and climate, this is the assignment you need to finish today for this asynchronous Wednesday. So what you're going to do is, this is CK12. It's a resource that lets us learn material and then practice that material so we can master it and measure our progress. So your directions are to read the text and do the adaptive practice until you answer 10 questions correctly. Okay, so first we're going to read through. The theme of this is ocean currents and climate. How do ocean currents create giant redwoods? So you'll read through this article here, take your time, read it out loud if that helps you, and just study and pay attention to the details as you go. It has a nice little summary here at the bottom. Some review questions to make you think about what you just read. You don't have to write the answers to these anywhere, but you can think on these answers, and if you can answer for themselves, then you understand what you just read. And then down here, there's a video you can watch and some questions to make sure that you understood what you needed to understand from that video, how the ocean and changes in the ocean affect changes in climate. And then once you're done reading and studying this article, you're going to go down here to the green button that says Start Practice. So you're going to click the green Start Practice button, and this pulls up the adaptive practice. So this is where you need to answer 10 questions correctly. If you don't answer these questions, you cannot receive full credit for this assignment. These questions are where you prove or demonstrate your mastery of the content you just learned. So go ahead and start practice. Once you start practicing, the questions will come up. Wait for it to load. Your goal is to get 10 questions right. You can answer as many questions as you need to in order to get to the point where you can answer 10 questions correctly. They're adaptive questions. So if you're getting questions wrong or if you're struggling, you'll have easier questions. As you answer questions correctly, you'll actually get harder questions so that we can truly push your knowledge so that you know everything you need to understand. So the goal is to answer 10 questions correctly, but it will adapt to where you are as a learner and help you master the content that you need to know. And then if you need help, there's a scratch pad get a hint button at the bottom. Feel free to use those as needed. So go ahead and click the orange Start Practicing button. All right, so this first question, areas with the same latitudes can have different climates due to A, ocean currents pulling cold water away from cold places, B, Earth's axis tilt making temperatures at the same latitude vary, C, sunlight hitting different latitudes with varying intensity, D, ocean currents bringing different temperature waters to different latitudes. Okay, so again, if you need a hint, you can click on the hint button over here, and it'll give you a hint. Ocean currents bring warm waters from the equator to colder currents. All right, so I can go back and reread the question, reread the answers. So warm waters to colder regions, it's probably not A. Temperatures at the same latitude vary, but here it says with the same latitudes can have different climates, so maybe that's one of the things we want to consider. Sunlight hitting different latitudes with varying intensity. At each latitude, is the sunlight changing in its intensity or not? You want to think about that. Ocean currents bringing different temperature waters to different latitudes is another thing we want to consider. So we know that our hint says ocean currents. So this is about Earth's tilt. It has nothing to do with the ocean. And we know that what we just learned about was the ocean. So that's our context. So I think the best answer would be D. But you can also, if you open the scratch pad, if you need to, this, for example, were a math problem or something, you can use the scratch pad to work it out. But I think based on that hint, I'm going to go with D. And then I click check my answer. And D was the correct answer. On this next one, I'm just going to show you what it looks like if I click an incorrect answer. If I click an incorrect answer, I can try again. And if I still don't get it, then it gives me a new question. Okay, so as you go through, your goal is to answer 10 questions correctly. The skill level will vary based on where you are, and your goal is to answer 10 questions correctly. So if you don't answer 10 questions correctly, you may have to go back over the material again. So you can restart the activity, and then after you have read the after you've gone back and read the text again, then you can click try again. It'll reset your progress and you'll try again. All right, so once you finish the practice, you are done. So once you get that 100% practice goal, you can go ahead and click turn in, and that will save your score on Canvas. If you then go to check your grades in Canvas, you should see your score appear under the Ocean Currents and Climate assignment. If you have any questions, ask your teacher. We are available if you inbox us via Canvas or send us an email, and we are happy to help. So this is what you should be working on today. Go learn, take care of what you need to take care of, answer those questions correctly, and have a great day.